Everyone can take photos like the ones I'm showing right now. In fact, I took these photos with a budget smartphone. I have a Xiaomi Redmi 9 Pro that cost me €250, around $270, and it performed very well. That said, in this video I'm going to show you two ways to do astrophotography with any smartphone. But first, let me advise you to get a tripod, because astrophotography requires the use of long exposures, and for that we need to have our camera stabilized for a long period. If you can't use a tripod, there is always the possibility of putting your smartphone on the ground and shoot the sky. Here is my 5 seconds appearance, and now all you have to do is wait till night. By the way, today is a full moon, so the moonlight will illuminate the sky and make it difficult to shoot the Milky Way, but we still can see a lot of stars. Without a doubt that the best time to do astrophotography is during new moon. The less light pollution, the better. I'm going to start by using the native camera of my phone, and for astrophotography you should use the Pro mode and set the shutter speed to max, the ISO to a high number, at least 800. I'm also going to set the focus to maximum, and if you have the option, choose a low aperture, around 2.8. This is what I got from the camera, and after some editing I went to this final picture. It's not bad, but the native camera is definitely not the best option for budget smartphones. For me, the best way is what I'm going to do in the second method, using a Gcam. Here we have an astrophotography mode built in, and we can also shoot RAW. Before the exposure time was 30 seconds, now we got almost 2 minutes. Which means that more light will enter the camera sensor, and that results in an increase of pixel intensity. Basically, our photos have more detail. This is what I got from the camera, and again, after some editing, I went to this final picture. Clearly better than the photo from the native camera. Later in the video, I'm going to open one of the photos that I took in Lightroom and show you the editing process. In my second attempt, I just moved the tripod, but the result was quite similar. In the third attempt, I decided to take advantage of the not very favorable situation of being full moon and shoot directly the moon to see what result I would get. And I actually liked it. It has a certain celestial vibe. I also liked these light beams that were coming out of the moon, so in my last attempt I tried to place one of them in the center of the photo. I don't know, in my head it could be really epic. And in fact, this might be my favorite one. Now I'm going to jump into Lightroom to show you what I did to edit this photo. I'm going to start by adding color tones with white balance. Since I want the stars to become more visible, I'm going to add contrast, increase the whites and highlights, and reduce the shadows and blacks. Adding texture, clarity, and dehaze will also bring more detail. In the tone curve, I'm just going to slightly darken the photo. And finally, I'm going to add aqua in the blue using the HSL panel, and in the midtones using color grading. This is another photo that I took using this astrophotography mode with my phone. But in this day it was new moon, so I was able to photograph the Milky Way. And this is the power of the Gcam, even using a budget smartphone. In a future video I'll show you the editing process of this photo. To summarize, if you have a high-end smartphone, just use the native camera and it should be fine. If you have a mid-range or budget smartphone, you should install a Gcam. That's it. If you like this video, consider subscribing, and here you have more related content. Bye!